Rhode Island's favorite realtor, Louis Monroy, bringing you guys this article. And the article name is Mortgage Delinquencies Expected to Remain Above Pre-Pandemic Levels Until 2022. That means things ain't gonna be normal for like another 2 years. This is coming from the website housingwire.com, published October 5th, 2020. Now, these are the bullet points. Let's dive right in. But before we do that, make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little notification bell, guys. So that way, every time I upload a video, you get a little notification saying, hey, Rhode Island's favorite realtor decided to upload today, and that's every Tuesday and Thursdays. Okay, if you know anyone looking to invest, buy, or sell some real estate, let me know. On to the bullet points. Following previous natural disaster recovery patterns, mortgage delinquencies are not expected to return to pre-pandemic levels until March 2022. So, from this article, I feel like there's a lot of good in this article, okay? I feel like there's a lot of good. And what I mean by good, I mean that things aren't as bad as they may have seemed, at least right now. Okay, so let's dive into this bullet point. This is, I would say, one of the negative parts. 90-day delinquencies typically peak around 3 to 4 months. Okay, so 90-day delinquencies. Those are the serious delinquencies, 90 days or more. All right, so they normally peak 3 to 4 months following a natural disaster. However, with this pandemic, it's put upwards pressure on serious delinquencies for 5 months now. Now that sounds crazy, right? Someone could come at you and be like, 90-day delinquencies typically peak around 3 to 4 months. This is 5 months. But yes, it is 5 months. But look at this highlight of good. August's upward tick marked the mildest increase in 5 months, suggesting 90-day mortgage delinquencies could be nearing their peak. So yeah, it sounds bad, we're at 5 months, but it was like the mildest increase over the last few months. So hopefully we're at the peak. Hopefully we don't see too much stuff, too many serious delinquencies coming out, because people lose their homes with that, right? People in real estate investors, they win, but you also have a family at the same time who's losing their home. So it's a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? It's like good for investors, bad for people. But the good thing is not too many delinquencies are starting to come out now. But early stage delinquencies early stage delinquencies is anything over 30 days, right? So basically 30 to 89 days, because once you hit 90, you're serious. So early stage delinquencies dropped 9% in August. But at the same time, serious delinquencies saw a 5% gain in the same month. But that had me thinking, I'm like, so did the people go from early stage delinquencies into serious delinquencies? You know what I mean? Because like if there was a drop, is it because they just became worse now? I mean, based off these numbers, it would look like 4% are the ones who really got out of that early stage delinquencies, being that there was a 5% gain for serious delinquencies in the same month of August. All right, so I want to say there was some good there, right? Early stage delinquencies coming down, and 5%, this was the kind of bad 5% gain of serious delinquencies in August. Let's see what else. Payment activity improved. 88.9% of first lien mortgage holders making their monthly payment compared to August's 88.6 and June's 87.5. So people are starting to pay up. People are starting to pay up money. June, 87, right? August, 88.6. And then now we got September, 88.9%. So things are getting better there. People are starting to pay. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the fact that maybe people are back to work. I mean that's a big part of it. I know a lot of jobs definitely were reintroduced following the pandemic. Let's see what else they say here. Black Knight estimates. So Black Knight is pretty much like a data service, right? All they do is provide like housing data. Black Knight estimates the overall national delinquency rate may fall in September if increased payment activity persists during the last week of the month. Okay, so it may fall. We don't know yet, but these statistics are showing for a nice recovery so far. Let's go into a little more bullet points from this article. Of the 6.1 million homeowners who have been in COVID-19 related forbearance plans, right? 2.4 million, right? About 41% of these 6.1 million homeowners have since exited. Okay, so that is a huge plus. 1.8 million of these people who exited the forbearance plans are currently performing, right? While another 363,000 have since paid off their mortgages in full, either through refinancing or the sale of their home. Refinancing is definitely a good option if you're hurting for money, because right now we have the most equity built up in homes like in history. All right, so if you own a house and you're going through some financial troubles, you might want to look into refinancing your home, especially with these low interest rates. All right, boom. And of those who remain past due, 267,000 are in active loss mitigation with their lenders. So active loss mitigation means that they're working with their lenders to mitigate the loss, right? They don't want to lose their home, so they're coming up with a game plan with their lenders to avoid foreclosure. Another cool stat that I found out while looking up foreclosures is that the foreclosure process is actually taking a lot longer now too, compared to like 2008. This is taking longer to foreclose on a home, so homeowners are pretty much in a good position, because after 2008, no one wants to go through that again, which is why all these programs came out to start helping people stay in their home. This other bullet point here, this one is kind of in the bad news, I would say. Just 54,000 loans at present represent significant risk, having left forbearance are past due and not engaged in loss mitigation efforts. So these 54,000 people aren't looking for help, right? But they are in that serious delinquency phase. So foreclosures could definitely start happening for those 54,000 loans. But this 54,000 loans weren't affected because of COVID. If you look at this next bullet point, 70%, about 38,000 of those 54,000 were already delinquent in February, right? So a good chunk of those 54,000 people were already delinquent. They were already delinquent before COVID became a factor. And the last thing I want to close off on this article, this last bullet point, was that according to the report, 46% of active forbearances chose to extend their term. Now, that one could be good or bad, right? It's good because of the fact that people were able to take advantage of the forbearance period, and hopefully that gives them enough time to either find another job, scrape together some money to make payments going forward. But overall, I want to say there were some good and some bad. But I want to say, if you just look at the headlines and you talk to people, they're going to make what's happening right now seem a lot worse than what it is without looking at the facts, okay? Based off these numbers right now, right? October, right now is October. We're in October 2020. We are in pretty good shape. At least that's what I get from this article. Things are looking up. Things are really looking up. And as much as investors and, people who are up on the market really want foreclosures to happen and stuff like that, it doesn't look like they're going to happen. So some takeaways for this, right? If you want to sound smart at your next cocktail party, you know what I mean? If you just want to go around saying, I know stuff, you can pretty much just tell people things aren't as bad as they seem. Foreclosures have been trending down ever since 2008, like by a lot. So you can tell people that, and you can also tell them that there's a lot more foreclosure loss mitigation. Active loss mitigation. there's a lot more programs that help with loss mitigation, mitigate the loss of your home. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I really wish I had more for you, but I just want, personally, I want to keep track of this mortgage forbearance stuff, because a lot of people, you know, are constantly just talking, market's gonna crash next year, market's gonna crash next year. I'm like, based off what information are you saying this, right? Right now, to me following this stuff all the time, it's kind of hard to see like a wave of foreclosures happening, right? I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I'm saying it is looking pretty tough, okay? Especially when you start looking at charts that show foreclosure trends over the past 10 years. So that's all I got for you guys today. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, just let me know. I'd be more than glad to help. What else do I got? That's all I got for you guys. Bye.